This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do, we gotta
It is.
Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. And we're here. We're celebrating the 500 followers and members here on the Keep Pounding Facebook page. And I figured we'd do a double stream here because I was going to do a part 2 to the pregame stream anyway from last night. But yeah, man. Welcome on in, and this is just your celebration as it is mine. You know, you made this happen, and without y'all, this channel would not be as far as it is right now. That's real talk, man. Without y'all, we would not be where we are right now. Like, this community is incredible that we built together, and I feel so blessed, man. It's just such a blessing, you know, to be here and to continue to do this and to continue to do what we set out to do from the very beginning, you know, which was create a beautiful community that debates properly, that comes up with solutions, that are just kind individuals, man. And it's just, y'all are wonderful, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And to celebrate that, we got some cider and spice to celebrate. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Whatever you drink here, raise it up. Because we about to celebrate properly right now. Heyo! We got Lock Poppy on YouTube. We got Steffi. We got Corey McKinney. We got Tyler Hales. Shout out to your stream, by the way, Tyler. It's always a pleasure to watch it, man. Always. If you haven't checked it out on Facebook, go check that out too. Cheers! Raise them glasses up, man. 500. 500 big ones. Woo! Yes, sir. It feels good. Feels so good. That's a lot of hard work, man, that I put into this channel to make this happen. And just as much energy and backbone coming from y'all as well to keep this alive and keep it rolling and keep it flowing, man. This is just as much effort on both ends, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. So, you know, we got about an hour and a half till game time. So, I want to celebrate this stream the right way. I want y'all to open topic right now. Y'all talk about whatever you want. Drop it in chat. We'll talk about it, man, while I eat my lunch. And we'll chat some, man. We'll chat about whatever y'all want. Any topic. Break it out. Any player, any topic. Come on. I'm here for it. I got some drumsticks. I got some macaroni and cheese. I got some mashed taters. And that cider, man. Woo-wee. Y'all ever been to Skytop up in North Carolina? That apple orchard? Go check that place out, man. They got an apple cannon and everything. Place is dope. Yo, shout out to Dimitri, man. Welcome on in. 500 big subs. Woo! We on the road on YouTube for 500. But 500 members on Facebook. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We're here, baby. We're here. We did this. I'm picking up big time, man. Man, you having a salad for lunch? That's what's up, Steffi. What's up? How your Bucks doing right now? Or is that later on in the day? Let me check. Buffalo currently is leading Pittsburgh 24-3. That's not a surprise. Oh, right now? Okay. They're playing Atlanta. Let's check in on that. 10-0 Tampa. Okay. That's what's up. We got 10-0 Tampa Bay going into halftime. Oh, 13-0. Where did Atlanta's offense go? It just went into halftime, Steffi. Yeah. Where did Atlanta's offense go, though? Tampa's D must have finally stepped up. I'm impressed. It's about time. You know, we've been watching Tampa's defense for like the longest time this year. And, you know, they finally got a shutout on Atlanta. And I like it. The reason I say I like it is because I've been watching Atlanta get a little bit too big for their britches over there. You know, they getting all these like small wins, you know, off people, man, and it's, you know, they're getting a little bit too big, man. And they want to come up in Tampa Bay and they want to bring that attitude. Tampa shutting that down. Yup, Bills are killing the Steelers right now. I like that too. Because that makes us look better when we actually play the Steelers. And probably lose to them. Oh, you gonna come back when you get done eating? That's what's up. Josh Allen has nearly 400 total yards already. Woo! Yikes! How far along in that game is it? It's only halftime, right? Pittsburgh, how you let that man get 400 total yards? How y'all letting that man get that many yards? Jeez. And you got money on Allen right now. You about to make some bank, Corey. Let's go, man. It's a good day for both of us, ain't it? I hear that, buddy. I hope Seattle beats New Orleans, but I doubt that happens. Yeah, I mean, New Orleans is up 17-13 currently. Going into half. About 7 seconds left before half. But that's the other one I'm keeping an eye on. 348 yards of passing. Woo-wee. And 22 rushing yards. What? Pittsburgh, how are y'all allowing this, man? That's not cool. Wow. Bony. Alright. But yeah, I'm watching that Tampa Bay score and I'm watching the Seattle one. Excuse me, I'm trying to eat. But, we got the Browns up 21-17 over the Chargers. That doesn't surprise me. That's going to be a tight battle. Oh, wow. You have Josh Allen on your fantasy team, too? So you taking bets and you got him on your fantasy team? Whew. This dude is making some bank. Man, shout out to Corey McKinney right now. Give him some love. Good choice, man. Good choice. You could win thousands? Dang, boy. Oh, the bets are from fantasy. Okay. Okay. I feel you. I typically try to stay away from those betting leagues. Because I ain't got the money to keep up with them people, man. There ain't no way. Those people put in like 100, 150, man. It's too rich for my blood. I don't know how y'all keep up with that stuff, man. Whew. Man. My group tried to make it a pay league. I was just like, well, I'll throw in 20 to play, man, but y'all better hope I don't come in guns a-blazing and go and fight for this thing, man. Real talk. Because I'm going to tell you this. Me and Corey McKinney here, man, we are a different breed when it comes to fantasy, man. We come in fighting. And this has been a weird year. Where I'm actually about to go, like, probably 1-4 this year. And I'm already 0-4 on the other side. On the other league. Which is a really, really rare occurrence. I don't know what's going on, man. But my players have been underperforming all year. And it's sad to see, man. It is. Because y'all saw the roster I built up, man. And I wish I could have streamed that for you. But I didn't have the necessary tech, stuff to do it at the time. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Playing in those leagues, when it was free and stuff like that. And he's still trying to make it a pay league. I think it's still free. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about DJ balling out for you. We haven't been getting the ball in his hands that much. It's been what, like 3 catches, 4 catches last game? Yeah, that ain't gonna do it for you, man. That's not gonna be enough. I wouldn't bet on that one. Now, if you want to bet on CMC getting some touches, now that's where you're going to make some money. Because CMC's been all over the place. Then I handed him the ball like 25 times in the Cleveland game. And I forget how many catches he had in that last game. But yeah, he's balling out. You have CMC too? Yeah, good choice. Good choice on CMC. That's a good one. That's a good bet. I'll take that one. I think, man, because of the injuries so far, I would 50-50 a bet on Dante Jackson right now because here's the thing, man. Dante's been balling out. So is J.C. Horn. But, now that we got the safeties hurt, that might be... The corners might be next. That's what I'm worried about. Because now that you got Scott Chandler out there, that's going to put extra pressure on the corners to do their job. And that nickel corner position is not that strong right now. It's not healthy. We do have Burris. We do have I forget that other safety's name. But I would put my faith in Burris to step up in the safety position today. But right now, it ain't looking good, man. That secondary just took a step down with Scott Chandler in there. So I would not bet on any defensive players at the moment until, you see Jeremy Chin come back and you see Woods come back with certainty. Now, Woods is out too. I just saw the injury report last night. So, I think he's questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be out. And the reason I say that is he did not practice all week with that hamstring injury. So I don't see him staying in. So that means it's going to be up to Justin Burris, Scott Chandler, and I'm trying to think of that last safety's name. It's going to drive me nuts. Hartsfield is going to be stepping up a little bit here and doing some good stuff. But they brought another one up from practice squad. It's going to drive me crazy because it wasn't Sam Franklin. It was Kenny Robinson. Alright, so I don't trust Kenny Robinson out there right now. But I trust him more than I do Sean Chandler. So here's the deal. If you use Sean Chandler, I need to see him in special teams. I don't need to see him in the red zone. I don't need to see him on long drives. I need to see him in special teams. Because that's where he is going to actually do something and make an impact to help us out. Scott Chandler is weak in coverage in the red zone. He's weak in coverage in general, really. And I don't trust this, man. He's weak due to his own abilities plus the matchups that we've been putting him in. I mean, he wasn't even on one of the top 3 tight ends last year, and he still gave up a chunk of yards. He was on an average guy, an average wide receiver, man, and he still gave up a couple of touchdowns. So I don't like it. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like the matchups that they're putting him in either. That adds to the problem. Um, so for me, I like Kenny Robinson in coverage better than I do Sean Chandler, but they're both weak in coverage. I would trust Justin Burris and I would trust Hartsfield back there for absolute sure. Because I've watched both of them and I know exactly what they're able to do and not able to do. So if you put these guys in the right spots, they can take care of business for you and help out your secondary. If you don't, which Matt Rule has a tendency to do, we're in big trouble. And don't be surprised if you see some big chunks given up by Sean Chandler in coverage. Because we love to run that 3-3-2 defense, and that is exactly what Sean Chandler is weak in coverage-wise. That's the worst coverage you could put this man in. I mean, you have to wonder at this point, is it intentional? I don't know why this man is even on our roster, much less on the 53. You know, I'd say maybe it would be a tight battle between Kenny Robinson and Scott Chandler for practice squad for me. You know, if it were up to me, I would have Kenny Robinson winning that. And I would have no problem cutting Sean Chandler and lose no sleep over it. Because I know that Kenny Robinson can tackle just as well as he can. I know that Kenny Robinson can handle, certain matchups better than Sean Chandler can. So for me, Kenny is the better pick. He's the better choice. So realistically, we do have Davion Nixon back, so that's going to help with the run. The problem is they're going to Luvu. They're also going to test us in deep coverage with the safeties. So expect some bomb passes, because this is a quarterback that actually knows what he's doing. And because he knows what he's doing, you will expect to see those bomb passes today instead of other days. You didn't expect to see it from the Browns quarterback. You didn't expect to see it from Daniel Jones. You didn't expect to see it from Winston, really. Winston will throw a few of those, but we had that pretty well covered in the Saints game. So, let's see. I'm going to go to chat here. Saints are losing to the Seahawks 19-17 and a half. Yeah, half. I've already seen those. Because Sean Chandler is Temple alumni. Exactly. And that's the problem right there. I've been looking at the amount of people that are from Temple, Baylor, and the Jets on this roster, and it's disgusting. It really is. I've counted at least a half dozen. This ain't it. And I'm not counting the Bozeman. And the reason I'm not counting Bozeman is just because he just won a Super Bowl. Alright, but we're counting the majority of them. We're not counting the ones that have already been here before Matt Rule took over. So that's about a dozen of them. A half dozen of them. Agents have complained about players being cut for some guys that don't belong on the roster. I'd bet money Sean Chandler is one of those guys. Yep. I agree with you. Shout out to Sean. How you doing, man? Welcome on in. We're celebrating that 500, baby. 500 members. Cheers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It feels good. To be where we are. But yeah, expect them to go run heavy. Expect them to go bomb pass heavy. You know, from the gate. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a spring picnic for this defense. I'm going to tell you that. They're going to test every angle of this defense. And once they find our holes, that's it. It's going to be like that for the rest of the game. We can hold them off for a little bit, but you know, how long? Our offense isn't putting up points. Our defense is on the field too long. What do you want? What do you want this defense to do? You know, in the fourth quarter. What are you really expecting out of them in the fourth quarter after all of that? You can't. You know, the GOAT himself said it. Come on. Y'all like listening to him, right? There it is. It's right there in front of you. I mean, I don't know how much more plain and black and white it can be. Yeah, it's mostly what I want out of the offense. Exactly. It's what we all want, bro. This offense is not being used correctly, and it's Ben McAdoo's fault, and he needs to be fired. Straight up, he just needs to be fired. We have not had a proper offensive coordinator in here since Norv Turner. That is straight up facts. And even Norv went off the wagon wheels from what he used to be. And I'll say that plainly and confidently because I was a huge Norv Turner fan. You know, still am. I think the guy's a great guy. You know, great coach. You know, he was back in the day with the Chargers. He was a master of his craft. Nowadays, that craft is obsolete. You know, you got new RPO systems. You got new, all kinds of stuff coming up in here, man. So, you know, it's not a surprise that he came up obsolete, you know, with his practices when he came to Carolina. You know, which is unfortunate. I thought maybe, you know, you could run his West Coast for a little bit, you know, and maybe get some success out of it in the current decade, but nah, defenses have figured that out. So, it's a shame, but that was the last good offensive coordinator we had, though. You know, that I could call good, you know. We have made terrible choices of offensive coordinators since Rule has taken over. That is a fact, Carl. That is a fact. Yeah, thank you for part 2 of the pregame. You're welcome, man. You're very welcome. And you know, how we're doing this is open topic, so if anybody wants to talk about anything, we're wide open to talk about it. I've pretty much done all the pregame work in last night's stream. But if y'all want to talk about somebody, throw a name in chat, throw any topic in chat, and we'll discuss it. We are good for another 30 to 45 minutes, before game time. So then I got to start de-setting up the stream and then start setting it up for Zoom for the game. But yeah, how about it? Anybody y'all want to talk about? Let's go. I am eating right now, so please forgive me. I have not had lunch, so it's been a busy day. So who do y'all want to discuss? The one player we cannot afford to lose is Frankie Louvu. That's the one player we cannot afford to lose at all. Otherwise, this ship is sunk like the Titanic. I'll say that right now. What? Oh, I did not just read that in my chat. Are you serious? Louvu is inactive for today? I know Woods is. I expected Woods to be. But Louvu? Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. That's real bad, y'all. Oof. We are in trouble. Oh, no. See, why you gotta kill the vibe like that, man? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that, Matt Rule? Why you gotta do this to us, man? We over here celebrating. We got our 500 members, man, and here comes Matt Rule saying, nah. I'm ruling your one future franchise man out of this game. Unreal. Y'all, we might need some beer for this game. This is about to be ugly. If that's the case, man, this ain't gonna be a fun game at all. I know you wouldn't joke. I know you wouldn't. Burns is the last resort up front. Shaq better step up too, and Brown. Yeah, man. Real talk. Oh, you got some stuff to do, Steffi. All right. Best of luck to your Tampa Bay Bucks. Us Panther fans are kind of hoping for an L there, so we can get back in the race, but if y'all do liquor and moonshine, man, that's up to y'all. That's up to y'all. But yeah, man, we're gonna need the hard stuff to deal with this game. Real talk. It's gonna be nasty. Without Louvu in there, God help this team. Man, that's not good, man. There goes the hope of keeping it close. Yeah, for real. For real. Hey, we keeping the vibe going. We still got some apple cider left, man. Let's keep it going, man. Y'all still got your drinks, too. Let's go. We are not going to let this kill our vibe, man. No, sir. No, ma'am. We celebrating today. That's what this stream is. Cheers to all of y'all, man. Whatever you drinking, raise it up. 500. Y'all deserve this stream. Next man up time. The problem is you didn't build your roster correctly, so that next man up is gonna look like an average run-of-the-mill guy on our roster, man. You know, at least we can go 0-17 this year. Well, we're gonna go 1-16. You know, if that record holds, you know, but I think we win 2 or 3. Yeah, I think we win 2 or 3 this year. Which, I mean, would put us in the top 3. It would all depend on what the Texans do. Which the Texans play later on, right? Texans play later on. Oh, they're playing right now. 6-6 against Jacksonville. Okay. So, we need to keep an eye out that score as well. Yeah. Okay, you mean to say we can't. Okay. I get you. But yeah, let's keep an eye on that Houston score, because that Houston score is going to matter. And I hope those Texans actually win a few games, man, because it'll help us out. There are a few years where you see like 3-win teams down there in the top 3, you know, that possibly battle for that number 1 draft pick. There are a few years of that in the history of the drafts, so there is hope. But we need Houston to win a few games, man, and I think it's possible. Matter of fact, let me see. Who does Houston have on their schedule? I'm going to double check that. Alright, so Houston has already lost to the Bears. They've already lost to the Broncos. That's not a good sign. We need them to beat the Jags today. They're going to lose to the Raiders. They're going to lose to the Titans. Well, I don't know. The Raiders have been playing pretty bad lately. That might be their opportunity to steal one right there. They're going to lose to the Eagles. They're going to lose to the Giants. Washington, yup. Dolphins, yup. That's an L. Browns, that's an L. Cowboys, that's an L. Chiefs, that's an L. Titans, that's an L. And then they play the Jags again really late in the season in January. And then you got the Colts. So realistically, this is one of the games that we need to go in our favor. Where Houston actually wins against the Jaguars and sweeps them. So we're hoping for a Jag sweep. That's what we're looking for here. If we want that number 1 pick. We might see a miracle happen against the Raiders. We'll see. You know, the following week. I don't know, though. Any given Sunday, though, the Raiders might just come back and sneak one. You know? That's the problem. that might be the week that the Raiders come back. That's what I'm worried about. And it could be this week. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that Raiders score as well. Because I don't know what's going to happen there. Against KC. Nah, they ain't pulling it out this week. They ain't pulling it out this week. It's KC. Alright, so the Raiders are going to rely on that game against the Texans to bounce back. Which I'm sure they probably will. So our best hope is these this sweep over the Jags in order to get the number 1 pick. Unless somebody just absolutely drops like a rock, and ends up where we are. Which, I don't know. Let me check Tankathon. Yeah, Tankathon has New Orleans and Philadelphia sitting down there in the 4th spot. Well, they traded it to the Eagles. So the Eagles now have that 4th draft pick. So, what we're going to do, Pittsburgh follows them, New England after that, Detroit. The way Detroit is playing, they may not stay down there for long with that offense that they have. That defense is going to keep them middle of the road, but that offense is going to level them out to about 15 probably. So I don't expect them to stay down there. Pittsburgh, it's hard to say. They've been up and down this year with what they've been trying to do. New England's been up and down as well. Washington might stay down there. But for how long? Yeah. So realistically, it's between Pittsburgh, the Eagles, the Raiders, and the Texans right now. That's what we're dealing with. I don't know for a few games. They're going to rise up. They're not going to stay down there. Middle of the pack probably, if I had to guess. Yeah, but Houston is the one we need to keep an eye on. So I see 2 wins for Houston over Jacksonville. And a possible one over the Raiders. That's 3 wins, which would put us into a tie with them if we get 3 wins. So if we get 4, we're screwed. We're not getting number 1. Number 2 pick is okay. We'll take that too. I'll take any of those top 3 picks because that gives us a real shot at getting somebody good. But I'd love to have that number 1 at this rate because we're not making any progress with this team this year. And I don't see that changing. Any team that scores, more than 17 has already got us in the alcohol. It's just a fact at this point. It's a straight fact. So, that's where we are, folks. Take it or leave it. That's where we are. Y'all remember what we did with the last number 1 pick we had. That's why I don't want Matt Rule anywhere near this thing. Nowhere near it. Don't even think about it, Matt Rule. Don't even consider it. I don't want you anywhere near this thing, man. Or a top 3. No. That could ruin us for the next 3 to 5 years. Don't even consider it. And the impact of the draft. They really don't. It can ruin franchises. It doesn't start out that way, but it can ruin some franchises. I can tell you that. If you pick the wrong player. It can keep you in the doghouse if you've been in the doghouse. The Jets know something about that. So does Cleveland for a number of years. Y'all been staying in the dog pound until you got some smart people up in that office. And it's about doggone time. So I'm proud of them. But hey, David Screw says I'm celebrating my birthday today, and it's actually Wednesday. But I'm doing it today because my fiance works on Wednesday. Going to a bar to watch the game and eat. Heat pounding. My man is 37 years old today. Everybody, can we get some happy birthdays in chat from my man David Screws, please? Can we get some happy birthdays to my man? Show this man some love. Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Going to Kickback Jacks. I've never heard of that. Where's that at? It's got to be up there somewhere near Asheville. I ain't never seen it. So I don't know where that is. I ain't never heard of it. But cheers. Happy birthday, my man. Yes, sir. And we'll do another cheers to the 500. Yeah. Hickory. Okay. Hickory. Cheers to the 500 again. Let's go, baby. 500 members. Man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, it's in Hickory, huh? Okay. Yeah, I've never been there. But, sounds fun. I'm sorry if it bothers you that I'm eating. But, you know, I'm hungry. Here's the interesting thing. We're gonna track these scores up here, man. Just real quick. That's the most interesting one right there. 31-3. Pittsburgh just does not have the firepower to keep up. I mean, Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett, but he can only do so much against that Bills defense. You know, and you got a Bills defense led by Daquan Jones and this whole crew here, Von Miller. And I mean, these guys are just monsters. I don't know how Pittsburgh expects to keep up with them. But, hey. Alright, so we got 27-21 Chargers over the Cleveland Browns. So let's kind of check in on this one. You got Jacoby Brissett, 12 for 19, 152 yards. Chubb already has 100 yards in this game. Not a surprise. Kareem Hunt has 40 yards. And this is what happens when you let these two out, man. I'm telling you. Do not let them out. And we let them out when we played them. Nick Chubb got like 140 on us. Even Jacoby Brissett has like 12 yards right now. Just rushing the ball. Alright, so receiving, you got Amari Cooper with 66 yards and a touchdown. Interesting. You compare him over here with Mike Williams. I mean, these guys are cut from the same cloth, man. They're tough wide receivers. And 9 targets. Basically the same amount of targets. Mike Williams is better. I will say that right now. Mike Williams is better. Because he's got Herbert. 7 catches for 108 yards. However, Cooper does have that touchdown. So, let's see how that plays out. You got Greg Newsome with a pass deflection. What I tell y'all about Greg Newsome? He's already racking them up. Denzel Ward has one too. Let me see how many pass deflections Greg Newsome has now. Regular season. So far, that's his first one. That's interesting. I expected him to have a few more than that, based on his numbers. But, yeah, we're here now. Minnesota 21, Chicago 19. I mean, Minnesota is just a little better than Chicago right now. And the numbers reflect it right now. So, New England 26-0 over Detroit. Ruh-roh. New England figured out that defense. That's not good. That is not good for the rest of the league right there. I'm going to tell you that right now. Good. Because when New England figures their defense out, that's going to hurt a lot of teams in the AFC. And that's a big AFC market coming up. What's good, Michael Tillman? How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Come up in here, celebrate with us, man. 500 members. I'm in this truck. I'm going to miss the game. Hope we do good. Hate to break it to you, man. Woods and Lubu were out, bro. Cheers to the 500, man. Yeah, I hate to say that, but I don't think we're going anywhere in this game. I just got news of that this stream, as a matter of fact. I didn't even know Luvu was inactive. Which means you're going to see a little bit more of Corey Littleton. And our guy back there. But we promoted Marquise Blair, the safety, and Derek Wright to the active roster for standard evaluation. or standard elevation, sorry. So we got I agree with promoting Marquise Blair, but what good is moving up Derek Wright right now? You know, you didn't even use LaVisca that much. You're not going to use TMJ. We already know this. So what the point? What is even the point of moving up Derek Wright? You know, just because the guys are active for the game doesn't mean you're going to see many snaps. Derek Wright is actually one of the practice squad wide receivers that we had in training camp. You saw a little bit of him in preseason. So, please excuse me, I'm eating. So if that bothers anybody, I apologize. But, yeah, I don't see the point of bringing up Derek Wright. It just makes no sense to me. We need a linebacker. Been saying that since the beginning. But good old clown shoes Matt Rules doesn't see it that way. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The clown rule has determined that you're not going. Let's bring back the clown. The clown needs to make a resurgence. There he is. The clown rule, baby. The clown is back. Man, we can't trust him, man. TMJ ain't gonna be used that much. He gonna get maybe like 5 snaps, 5 to 10 snaps max, and he's not even gonna be used. As soon as he sees a wide receiver do well with the RPO system, nah, we gotta shut that down. We can't have that. Nah, good old clown rule says, nah, we can't have that. We can't have this offense going well. No. Honk, 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 honk. No. Let's see what happens with this safety. I guarantee you he barely gets used, though. But I'm hoping, man. Marquise Blair, I'm hoping he can actually help us out. I know Justin Burris will. I know Kenny Robinson will. This is exactly why you keep Kenny Robinson on this practice squad, at least. You know, if you don't want to put him on the 53, at least keep him on the practice squad. And that's why is this situation right here that I was calling months ago that would happen if we put too much pressure on Jeremy Chin and try to move him around too much. Overuse him just like we did CMC. I told y'all this was going to happen. You know, I'm not a psychic, but I knew. I knew it. So, we got Justin Burris, and thank God we still have Justin Burris. If he had cut Burris, I would be so irate, dude. Oh, God. Y'all don't even understand the amount of anger I would have if we cut Burris. And Clown Rule, don't you get any ideas, man. Don't you get any ideas, because I know what you're thinking right now. You clever devil, man. You clever devil. Because I know you like to take everything I say in these streams and do the complete polar opposite of it. I ain't having it. I ain't having it, bro. Don't even think about it. Yeah, Burris needs more steps. That's a fact. That's a straight fact. He should have made the 53-man roster instead of Sean Chandler. That's right. I've said it many, many times over. All you Sean Chandler supporters want to wave your hands in the air and go, yeah, Sean Chandler made the 53. Sean Chandler made the 53. What y'all cheering about? This man gave up 24 points last year and gave up the Vikings game. What y'all cheering about? There is nothing to cheer about with this dude. Oh, not to mention, he gave up another 7 to Zach Ertz. Matchup-wise this time, it wasn't even his fault this time. That was just gross misuse of Sean Chandler. Absolute gross misuse of him. When you know this man gave up 24 points last year and you put him up against Zach Ertz one-on-one, what did you think was going to happen? Like, on the 5-yard line, when we're on our 5-yard line, what did you think was going to happen? This is stupid. If we had Burris in, that wouldn't have been a problem. You know, we could have gotten Burris some help over there to handle Zach Ertz. You know, and we wouldn't have a problem. Don't match him up one-on-one. You never match a tight end up one-on-one with a safety. What are you thinking? Especially a top 5 safety. A top 5 tight end, man. God. Fire this entire coaching staff, man. Phil Snow need to go too. No. No. I'm done defending this dude. If you're stupid enough to put Sean Chandler against Zach Ertz one-on-one in a red zone situation, you don't need to have a defensive coordinator job. Period. Point blank. If you are that dumb, unless you are doing it intentionally to get us screwed, you know, after we don't have a chance of making the playoffs, then you do not need to have a defensive coordinator job. Point blank. Period. If you can't figure out what to do with Jeremy Chin, one of the top 5, I'd say one of the best safeties in the league, you can't figure out what to do with him? Why do you have a defensive coordinator job? Why? I mean, you done pissed Brian Burns off too. Ah, man. That's the stuff that makes me mad, man. Real talk. That's the stuff right there. And we're going to end up doing more of it during this game, too. Yeah, you overread Wilkes might be getting the job. I saw that, too. Which is good. I want Wilkes to have this job. If you want to know, if you want to get a jump start on this head coaching search, I'm telling you right now is the time. Put Wilkes in there as an interim for the rest of the year. He might be able to save this season. Might. Keyword might. he would have to make some changes with this roster because you screwed it up so bad. But you want to give him a test run. Here's your chance. We're not winning against the 49ers, I can tell you that. But if you want to jumpstart on that search and keep his name in that hat too, I'm telling y'all right now, keep Wilkes' name in that coaching search hat, because he will have his opportunity to prove himself throughout the rest of the year if you fire Matt Rule right now. And he will. He will straight up prove himself. If he can resurrect at least 5 or 6 wins out of this season, back to where I originally had us planned at, that tells me he needs to be our next head coach. Straight up. I already know that we're not... That's worth not getting a number 1 pick to me. Is knowing we got a solid head coach that knows what he's doing with this roster and this depth chart and the talent we have and is actually going to use it properly. That's worth it. I'll take that trade off. I'll gladly take that trade off. Because, look, man, we did some damage at number 7. We did some damage. And, I trust Scott to draft anywhere and get us talent. You just got to give him the right players on that scouting board. That's the trick. And Wilkes will do it. So here's the thing. Even if we end up 7th, and Wilkes becomes our next permanent head coach, I'm satisfied. I'm happy. Because that says, okay, he knows what he's doing with his talent. He knows what he's doing with his roster. He knows how to build it correctly. He knows how to set it correctly. He knows how to get the most out of this talent. Boom, we're back in business, baby. We just take that number 7 draft pick and we just get everybody we need. It'll be a two off-season process, to build up enough players on this roster to go for a full playoff run. But once we do it, I could see it. I could see it. Depending on who we keep and who we get rid of due to money, and there's going to be a few of them that have to be tossed because of money, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Scott's trying to do what he can. He can only do so much because that money and that cap is going to keep him from doing a lot of things that he needs to do to keep these guys, which is unfortunate, but the first thing I do in this offseason, Luvu needs an extension. Luvu needs an extension. No doubt. I want that man in Carolina for at least 3 more years. I'll take 4 at this point. I want Luvu. You give that man a small contract and get him here for 3 to 4 years, boom. Consider it done. Draw out the paperwork. I'm buying a jersey. That's straight up. That's straight up. I will buy his jersey if you make that happen. Y'all know I'm a man of my word. I got Effie Abada's jersey. I got Greg Olson's jersey. I got Luke Kuechly's jersey. I'm a man of my word. If y'all sign this man to an extension of 3 years, 3 to 4 years, count on it. I will be wearing that jersey the day after I get it. I'll unbox it for y'all on stream. Bet. I'm starting to really like this dude, man. Like, he's gone above and beyond. And He got fined that $10,000 for the sumo slam, but still, I ain't gonna spend too much time on that. But he did, and I've never seen him have a full on like I'm pissed at you type situation with somebody, man. Like I've never known Frankie to have a grudge, throughout this season so far. So that was real interesting. Watching him have a grudge against Cooks there. I did not expect that. But it reminded me of the old Steve Smith days, Steve Smith had a grudge against everybody. It was just Steve Smith against everybody. Y'all remember this, right? Oh God, man. Y'all could not keep this man caged. Y'all couldn't do it. And he just went off. He's Steve Smith, man. You know what I mean? That's the kind of attitude you gotta play with, man. You gotta come out there and bring it. Luke Kuechly had that. That same mentality, that same fire. Thomas Davis came out here with that. That's what I need to see. Is a few players like that on this defense that just really bring it. And Frankie's the first one. Who else is going to step up? Who else is going to bring that heat? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the next leader of this defense. Whoever brings that up. Julius Peppers back in the day. Yes, sir. That's right. Julius Peppers had it too. Shout out to Devin. How you doing? But, yeah. Frankie is the future of this defense. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. And you could build an entire defense around what Frankie is. You could build an entire defense around what Thomas Davis was, what Julius Peppers was, what Luke Kuechly was. You could build entire defenses around that. That is real. Man, what a time to be a Panthers fan, man. I am telling you. That was real. That was real. Everything you saw was real. Luvu reminds you of Amar Lathan. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. He reminds me of AJ Klein. He's got that run stopping ability. He's just always there. Yeah, he'll stop you on the corners. He'll stop you in the middle. He'll stop you everywhere. But, yeah. Steffi just sent me a message. Yeah, I give you a shout out. I give you a shout out. What's good? But, yeah, he's near the ball every down he plays, man. And the one player that reminds me of that is Troy Polamalu. If you watched Troy Polamalu back in the day, that's who he is, Like, he would be within, 5 yards of every single play where that ball was. He was a ball hawk. He was the very definition of a ball hawk. If you had to put it into Webster's dictionary in football talk, the very definition of it. And it just always amazed me. I was like, how is this dude doing this? You know, and it goes beyond film study. You got to have an instinct for this. Luke Kuechly had that instinct. Thomas Davis had that instinct. You know, AJ Klein had that instinct. And I truly believe that Frankie does too. You got to develop it. Just because you got the instinct doesn't mean you don't have to develop it. You have to. You very much have to. And that's coaching. But he ain't going to do it under Phil Snow. He needs a better defensive coordinator who really knows what he's doing. Sean McDermott can bring it out of him. I can tell you that. Steve Wilkes could bring it out of him. Alright. You be right back. Alright. That's what's up, Tillman. I'll see you in a few minutes. But yeah, I really do believe Wilkes could bring that out of him. He's done a lot of work with the secondary and really brought out the animals in these secondary players. And I think with technique, hands, all of this stuff, he could do it, bro. He could absolutely do it. We could have the next Luke Kuechly 2.0 on our hands here. If he puts just as much knowledge into the game as he does, film study, as well as he does physical, yeah, I could see it. I could 1,000% see it. I want Luke to work with him. Matter of fact, yeah, I want Luke to work with him. Go down to the practice fields and work with him. I want this man to be the next Luke Kuechly 2.0. Real talk. Since Wilkes is not your head coach yet, Luke, help us out, buddy. We'd love to see it happen, man. We need your help right now. During the week when you're not broadcasting, you're not doing your stuff with your family and stuff like that, man, go help that man out. Go give him a call. Offer some advice. I want to see truly how far Frankie can go. Like, it's exciting to watch this. I never thought I would say that, but this is exciting. To watch a player like Frankie Luvu come out. Wow, man. Just watching him come out of his shell, become more of an extrovert than he was. Come out here, be a leader in the locker room. Just be who he is. God, I got so much love for Frankie right now. And I hate that he is inactive this week, man. That sucks. Because it's gonna bring the team chemistry down on defense. It is. It's gonna be noticeable. Whether you got Burris in there or not, it's gonna be noticeable. And it won't matter how much y'all push the envelope on this stuff, man. It's not gonna matter, man. It's just not there if it ain't there. You know what I mean? So, y'all gotta come out there, fight, win. That's real talk. I'm talking to the players right now. Y'all gotta come out there like animals if you want to win this thing. You can't be soft. You can't lay down. You want this win, you gotta take it. You gotta take it, man. Like, what do they do? You know, what happens when a boxer gets put in a corner, man? He boxes back, right? That's what this team needs to do. They need to start boxing back. Otherwise, we ain't going nowhere. Alright? And until we find the root of the problem, we can't start healing as a franchise. And it sucks. Because I want so badly for this franchise to you know, Mr. Tepper to realize that his ego is not bigger than his wallet. I want so badly for him to realize this, so he can start to make changes that can help us. You know, but until that happens, until we destroy the root of the problem of this team and this franchise, man, we're gonna have trouble healing. That's the real talk, man. We can keep putting band-aids on it, but it's a gaping wound at this point. It's a gaping wound. And it ain't going away. Every week it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the infection is getting worse and worse and worse. I'm telling you, man. That's how it is. It sucks, but that's where we are. And I want so badly for everybody to do well and get the most out of their careers and be the best people they can be. But it is what it is. Alright, so one last toast to the 500, man, and then we're going to do the post-game stream, alright? I'll do a halftime stream, and then I'll do a post-game stream for y'all. I'll do two. I'll do two cheers. Again, I'll do two cheers. Cheers to my man David Screws for his birthday today. Again, 37. Love it, man. Love you, big dog. Alright. And finally, cheers to the 500 members. One more time. That made this channel what it is. On Facebook. Here's the 500 more. Hey! Alright. We going into this game in a good mood. We got good vibes. Let's go do this thing, man. Let's go do this. Y'all feeling them good vibes right now? Y'all feeling that energy right now? Carl says he's proud to be a part of that 500. Yes, sir. Proud to have you in it. Proud to have you in it, man. We're a family, baby. Let's go. Every one of y'all should be proud to be in it, man. It's a beautiful thing we made. It really is. Y'all made this, man. Y'all made this happen. I put in the work on my end, but y'all made this happen. Y'all keep this channel running. Y'all keep this crazy channel and page going. 385 on YouTube. Get him to 500, baby. I mean, 485. 485, my bad. We're at 485 on YouTube. Share those videos with your friends. Get them involved with the channel. Let's get that 500 mark on YouTube. I want to see it. I want to see it. Add some people to this crew, man. Some good people. Like my man Carl here. Like David Screws. Like Poppy. I want to... like Michael Tillman. I want to see all of y'all come up in here, man, with some new people. Anybody, bring them up in here, man. Cheers to the new folks that have subbed and are new members. And for those of you who wonder what I'm drinking, apple cider with spice. Yes, sir. It's that time of year. It's that time of year, baby. You already know. If any of y'all been up to the orchards up there in North Carolina, I was up at Skytop. I'll shout them out one more time. Skytop is amazing. Y'all got to go up there and check that place out. I love that place. I'm going to make it a yearly tradition, as a matter of fact. I'm getting some apple donuts, some apple cider. Yes, sir. Yeah. Man. Yeah. We got about 10 minutes till game time. I'll see y'all at half. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all y'all. Keep pounding, bro. That's all we got to do. We got to keep pounding. Through the thick, through the thin, we going to get there, man. Yo. Yes, sir. One more time for the real ones. All right, all right. Keep pounding, baby. Yeah. 500. Let's get it.